guardian, gatekeeper, universal gatekeeper, protector, guardian of the stargates, guardian of the realms, guardian of Earth, of this galactic structure, of the universal support network of light. And I am here to bring you messages of Earth, of cycles, of transitions, ascensions, descensions, of the realms, the light of the dark, of the knowledge of the one, of the ancients, of the souls on your planet now. Much will be divulged in this channeling, for I am willing to assist this star, this channeler, to bring about lost information, particulars that have been left out, the books on your planet. And so we shall begin with the transitions of souls and what occurs post apocalyptic type of events such as floods, earthquakes, volcanoes, where there are large masses who transition when they leave their bodies in such a manner. There are many souls that bond, connect together with the families of light who come down from the heavens in a blast to retrieve these soul clusters. The souls bond together, for they are light and they are connected to the events. It is easy to find clusters of souls during events such as this. We retrieve them. We do come down to bring back into the light, into the dimensions of the in-between worlds. It is to understand it like this. Heaven, it is a different dimension than what I am referring to. For souls pass through the gates of heaven into the in-between worlds for adjustments, for critique, for discussions on the soul's journey, for rehabilitation, working with the souls to identify the problems they had with the lessons they were meant to learn, the challenges, the accomplishments, and the energies that had plagued them, and why. Why were they brought down by specific energies? Why did they not achieve mission quests that they had asked to experience? Not all complete their missions. It is not so much a failure, but it is an undeniable incompletion of a mission quest. for the soul's journey. Fear. Fear. Energies of doom, opposition, against, are primarily targets to these souls. They have heavily influenced by others' thoughts, opinions on them, brought down to a self-esteem level below the level of inspiration, to a level where the soul doesn't care to continue on the mission quest because the feelings have been hurt to such a level where they have given up. And as such, it is discussed in the in-between worlds. What could have been done differently to have avoided the doom energies, the opposition energies, so that they could have made the choice to do the mission quest they had sought out after? And then it is planned in the cycles, in the soul's journey. Where else can they learn this lesson? Where else can they incarnate to learn what they sought out to? This channeler is asking if we can clear these energies, and we can, but we are going to continue to discuss the in-between worlds, heaven's role in the in-between worlds is vast, for they are guardians of souls. They are protectors of souls. They are guides to all souls and the angelic teams and the angelic councils that govern over a collective light, a collective consciousness, souls individually and collectively. It is to understand they are working with groups on their missions, bringing and uniting them all together. They know the packs, as you call them, soul tribes, collective missions, collective mission quests, bringing and unifying groups together, all for soul contracted ways to experience. And it is to understand that there is not one deemed to be your soul contracted. That is not how it works. There are ones who are ready in the now moment for the soul experience to be aligned with you on the timeline that you are on. These are collective agreements, for it is to choose from the soul the timelines to experience. And if they do not complete their mission quest, they will not be on the trajectory or the timeline that would have been decided before the life was taken. So you see, it is vast. There is much more happening than you realize. It is a collective agreement, and those who are on the timeline that you are on, who are ready, may enter into the bond of the contract to teach, to work on collective missions, to achieve the expansions that you seek. Heaven's role works with the collective agreements and the soul bonds in the now moment, bringing all together to unify and reach higher states of consciousness, soul lessons, embodiment of light, love, dreams, passions, joy, happiness, vibrations of love. For heaven is a realm of perpetuated love in abundance. In dream states, they also assist in fields of love to bring in happiness, compassion, adventure, soothing the soul and the body for the endorphins that are released when the soul is happy throughout the mind, create a field of vibration, of confidence, of happiness. And this is how amazing you are, in that you are willing to receive these blessings of love from heaven, and you're willing to feel the love, the confidence, the happiness that heaven has provided to you. And heaven is so excited to play and participate in all love's expansions. This is a primary role of the heavenly realms. It is not a realm that facilitates the death and the cycles. It is the realm that facilitates the life of the light, of the joy, of the happiness of the soul, of the contracts that will bring about peace. So what of the contracts that are the challenges, the lower lessons, the abuse? Why these contracts? Why the suffering? It is the soul's journey to end suffering for itself. It is the soul's journey to find peace and stillness in the heart and the mind of self. So the soul chooses timelines of suffering to endure it, to rise above it and conquer and be stronger and resilient in adversity, so it may expand and triumph further in the light. The in-between worlds of the cycles are vast. There is an uncertainty in death that can cause a soul to get stuck in a dimension, for it is confused. It has misaligned itself with the light. Through a confusing consciousness. What is misalignment with the light? It is a trajectory of the cycle of life. When one's life does end early or tragically in an accident unforeseen in a timeline, for not all is completely anticipated. It is like an error in a mathematical sequence, an anomaly that can occur in a universe, in a timeline, and the trajectory or accidents, as you will call it there, occurs. A confusion happens, for the soul was not supposed to die It's an anomaly. And so the soul knows this and it is confused. And so does not believe it is dead. And it remains on the dimensions of earth until it reaches that state of where it knows it is dead. This is why mediums cross over souls who are stuck in dimensions. Not all are anomalies, but most are. But there are souls who are very angry, who are very upset, who hold so much hate and anger about life. They're not ready to cross over. They are not ready to see the light. And the clouds of depression, hate, loom in a field they have created where it does not allow for the vibrations of love to assist, because there is an unrest within the soul. So the light waits until the soul is at rest, until the anger has diminished, until there is a peace and the soul is ready to cross over. And this does occur at times. These are the reasons why souls get stuck. And it can occur in a battle situation as well, when there is so much anger and hate and bloodthirst on a field where souls fight to the death, and they want to keep fighting after death, and they do. They are still stuck in the battle. They are unrested souls with thirst for hate, with thirst for battle. And until the soul is at rest, it remains in the battle after death until it is ready to cross, till it is at rest. So you asked, then how can you assist these souls? It is to bring about the energies of peace into the in-between realms of life and death and rebirth, to heal the hearts of the souls in conflict. And yes, we can do this, but first we will continue to discuss the in-between worlds, the rehabilitations of the souls. And at what point does a soul descend? And what are the realms below your reality? There are many. There are dark voids and realities below Earth's frequency. These realms and worlds are vast as Earth. The realities are dark and low and sad and hate in depression, in what lowers your emotional states. It is their emotional states. These souls have descended. Some of these souls are what creates and constitutes entities who feed off of lower vibrations. For it is their reality. Understand this. You live in a reality full of abundance, of choice and free will. They do not. They are in lower vibrational states. That is their world. They do not have hopes and dreams as you do on earth. They have torment and torture, agony, anguish, fear, depression, sadness. All that is low is what they hold in their hearts. And these beings and these entities and these worlds feed on the emotional states of the collective consciousness on your world, as your world feeds on the emotional states and the collective consciousness of the higher realms of light. So all is related, and it is for you to pick up the lower realms. But how do you do it? By healing yourself, by healing your lower emotional states within yourself. Maybe you have forgotten that all are connected within all universes, all realms. And when you heal the lower emotional states within yourself, you heal it within the hearts of the lower realms. So they raise up as well and come into the possibility of an ascension through your efforts in healing your lower vibrational states. There are collective fields in an unlimited timeline and beings who have ascended, who are working with you to heal your heart. And it heals their heart. And it heals the hearts below. It heals the hearts above. They reach to those who can heal, to pull everything up into peace, into love, into tranquility, into the light. So many have fallen into darkness and abyss, have descended. Those on earth, many on earth have descended into these worlds of abyss and lower experience. Why? How? How does it happen? There are some that live and torment in torture of themselves, in hate to such a degree that their experience on earth is madness. They do not want to live. They hate everyone, everything. And they hate it so much that they do not wish to be a part of it. And so the in-between worlds honors their soul choice and allows them to fully experience the lower worlds until they have had their fill of hate and anguish, which could be an infinite eternity. But as there is no time, the eventuality is the soul will have enough at some point and come back to experience Earth or another construct similar to Earth again in their mortality. Others who rape, who plunder, who aggressively kill, these descend, for they have a thirst to hurt. They have a thirst for vengeance. They have a thirst to torture, to torment, and they become entities. And they continue to torment in their death as vampire energies. You who cast them into the light are too kind, for they are in a purgatory of their own consciousness that they cannot get out of. Recycling, you ask? Do we recycle them when they are brought into the light? Sometimes it is the only way to take an energy to completely revitalize and renew it. This is at the soul's agreement. So when you send demons into the sun, know this: it is a purgatory that we bring them into between the in-between worlds, realms of light that assist them over very long eternities to rehabilitate and to heal the wounds that they have caused onto others and onto themselves, until there is only a peace left in their hearts and they have played out all of the hate, until there's no hate in their hearts. It is assimilation in a way that we bring them to. It is different than Earth. It is similar in that it may feel like it is a real life to them, but it is not. It is a purgatory, a simulation for consciousness to heal that is in anguish, that is predatorial, that is so filled with destruction that they were cast from you into your own sun to be dealt with by the light. And so we deal with them. And it is okay. It is agreed. It is similar to the soul bonds and the soul contracts. These entities have agreed at a level to be sent into the sun. They have agreed and hit to the timeline. That is why they will find certain light workers to be brought over. It is not that they are being conquered, it is that they cannot take it anymore, and they cannot take it on this realm. They are unknowing what to do, and they need help. And so they come to some to be crossed over into the light. So it is free will. So yes, What you do on earth matters. Your thoughts and your actions and your feelings. You are not at rest in your soul in death. You shall not enter into the kingdoms of the light. You shall remain until your soul is at rest and at peace. So then, would it not then be important to find the peace in your hearts now? Of course. So this is our guidance. So many have missions that are unfulfilled. Or you watch and you wait and you've been pushed down below the level of inspiration. And it is fine, for you will find it in another life, in another timeline that is similar to that of what you're living now, without the doom forces and the way that you have dealt with them. And is this what you wish? Then it is for you to remain the same. But if it is for you to want to complete your missions, it is for you to quest and search and begin to rise above the doom energies, to rise above, to be inspired, to find the inspiration energies so that you may begin your greatest soul lessons that you came here for. For it only makes sense to you logically. Why would you need another life? It is for you are not inspired in this life. You do not complete that what it is on your divine quest, then you will repeat it until you do. It is how it works. So it is to be inspired. It is the greatest emotion and power center that you can tap into, for it will guide you to all of your quests. Inspiration, what excites you, what motivates you to do something that will bring you peace, that will bring you expansion, that will bring you into light, that will bring you into abundance, to joy, into love. What is it that your heart wishes to do the most, but you fear? What will my family think? What will others think? Is this the life that you want? It is not to have the opposing doom energies dictate what inspires you. Rise above the projections and the fears and come into inspiration. Come into hope that you deserve better, that you can do this, what excites you to do, and you will start to do it. And this will lead you onto your divine path, to the missions that you will fulfill, so you may move on to new timelines and experiences and expand as a soul to complete your ultimate destiny, which is become union into the light and ascend into the higher vibrations of love that exist, that are assisting you now, the teams of ascended light, And so you see, there is a lot for you now to think about. And this is what we wanted to deliver to you to give you a deeper understanding of cycles, of entities, of heaven, and the in between worlds that facilitate the cycles that you are in. May peace find your heart and inspiration connect to your soul and let it follow your heart in your now moments forever. Amen. Send my gratitude to the light for this transmission.